It is the Random Kristian Show. Random Kristian Show. Random Kristian Show. Yeah, it's Random Kristian Show. Oh yeah, I'm putting words to our theme music. All right, that is the Dead Campers, by the way. If you haven't heard me say it about 900 billion times, Dead Campers rocking out Huck to Flat. Check him out on YouTube. Check him out on Spotify. If you're out in the Central Coast, Bay Area, somewhere out there, they are playing live in your area. So make sure you are digging on them and checking them out. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to yell in your ear there. I'm just going to bring the music down a little bit. So we've got our mood music going on to rock out because I am fired up. Oh, yeah. It is one of those days, kids, and we're going to have a good time. So welcome to it. Make sure you're joining in on the chat, YouTube, LinkedIn. I think you can chat on LinkedIn, Facebook Live, obviously, and Twitter. So Twitter us, email us. It'll pop up right on the screen, right over there. No, wait, this way. There. It'll pop up over on that side of the screen. And you'll see your chat, and you'll be popular. And all the kids will love you, and it'll be a great time. Oh, my gosh. So, yeah. All right. Speaking of great times, we've got the king of great times, the master of fun, Mr. Matthew. Hello, Matthew.
Hello, out there in internet land. How's everyone doing today?
Yeah, there we go. All right. Hey, we're hanging out. We're having fun. Thank you, sir, for joining in with us. And,
Sure thing.
We've got a new little thing we're going to be doing with Mr. Matt, by the way. We'll bring that up here in just a little bit. And also joining us from the nether reaches of the Rocky Mountains, it is Mr. Brian. Mr. Brian, hello, sir.
How are you and everybody? Glad to be back on with everyone.
Yeah, man. Hey, good to see you, my man. Yeah. And now, can we speak of the news, or should we just leave that alone?
Oh, yeah. I became a grandpa on Sunday night, and so I now have a little granddaughter whose name is Penelope Lynn Hamrick. So my oldest son and his wife welcomed a little baby to the world, and we're
awesome,
all excited, and it's pretty crazy. I mean, it's fun. I haven't seen her yet. They live out of state, so in the next couple of weeks, we should be able to see them.
Nice, dude. Well, congratulations, sir. Glad everybody is doing well. And like I was saying kind of often when we were in the technical green room, the great thing about grandbabies is once they start getting stinky, you just kind of hand them back and go, here you go. There, that one's yours now. I had my time, and now it's your time.
So that's why I like being an uncle. They don't trust you with them when they're little.
Yeah.
A little more when they get bigger, and then you just fill them full of sugar and crap and send them home. It's like, all right, enjoy.
Yeah, here, have some more pixie sticks and chocolate bars. And oh, yeah, you need a soda. Yeah, here, have a soda. Okay, your mom's here. Gotta go. And then the kids running around like Beavis. I am the great Cornholio. I need to pee for my bunghole. Yes. I got that one out of my system. Okay, so yeah, here we go. I do have a little bit of news that I've been teasing about. Yesterday, obviously, we're all huge fans of the police, and in fact, today I wore my police shirt. Everything's opposite on the camera. There, police.
I know,
shirt.
Right?
I got that from their last tour, and I got the tour book, and I got like all sorts of memorabilia because every police show that I had gone to before that, passed out, didn't even really remember most of anything about getting there, pretty much. But anyway.
Did you go to the Day on the Green one, the ultimate one?
No, that one I did not go to. I went to the one where they were at the Greek, and totally passed out in the back of the station wagon, and I never even made it inside the show. The English beat and the police, and yeah, it was
Wow.
Yeah,
that would have been a great show too.
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Yes, and I'm a moron. So anyway, I absolutely love Stuart Copeland. I think he's an amazing musician, orchestration. I mean, he's the kind of guy. This is a guy who took a typewriter, okay, and made it an instrument. I mean, seriously, it's in the soundtrack to Rumblefish. He uses a typewriter and he uses it rhythmically to emphasize a beat. I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, that's just the genius behind this guy. So anyway, he has at his home, he calls it the Sacred Grove. It's a studio. It's a home studio. And he invites people over all the time to come in and jam and record. Every instrument all around that room is mic'd up. It's hooked up into his recording board.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, anything
just
in that room.
Ready to roll.
Yeah, they don't move anything around. It stays right where it's at. And you can just pick it up and play it. And he's recording just right then and there. He just, boom. And I mean, he's got old Moog organs or synthesizer. I mean, he's anyway. So there was a video of it. What's this? Hold on, let me pull up this guy's name because he was super cool too. Anyway, so this guy videoed him talking about what's going on in his Mike Dolbear, Dolbear. You can check him out on Twitter at Mike Dolbear, Dolbear. And on YouTube, there is they actually have a site, I guess, or whatever on YouTube, whatever you want to call it. It's called The Sacred Grove, and it's people who come in and record with Stuart, or he's recording them, and it's just what happens in there. I found it out the other day, and I just posted, this is what makes Stuart Copeland so awesome. He was walking around the room. He's talking about, like, he found a trumpet at like a pawn shop or whatever. He found one he said he's bought most of his stuff off eBay. And they're just used things. He bought them either because they looked cool or, there was some beauty in it, but it's actually like a $15 cheapy knockoff from China. But he said because it just looked cool and looked beautiful, he bought it. So, and he's going around, he's talking about all these instruments and people who have played on them in his studio. And I was just like, this is what makes him so awesome. I mean, it's incredible. There's a story behind everything in there. Nothing is just like bought to have it there. He bought unique little one-off items that he, for some reason, he thought was fascinating. And who's peeing in the corner?
I'll be done in a second.
Okay, well, this is like the hot mic thing from what was that? Remember what movie was that? Oh, come on, man! The one. Remember that?
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun. Yeah.
Yes. He like steps off to the side and he goes in the bathroom. He's
yeah.
And he's got his arms up behind his head. He's like, and it's just.
Thanks, OJ. Way to ruin a great franchise, right?
Well,
Dude, it's still a great movie. But yeah, I mean,
they had to stop making them.
Well, there was only so far you could go with it. I mean,
oh no, they could have gone on and on and on and on, and they would have. We'd be up to Naked Gun. I don't know, some
12,
number, a big
12,
number.
14.
I don't.
Right.
Did they make? They only made 2, right?
3. 33 and a third.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh my God,
you're right.
No, and they're all great movies.
Yep.
And it's one of my favorite TV series of all time. You can't find it. They don't stream it anywhere.
Really?
And I'm really, I look about once every like 6 months to see if I can find it anywhere. They have streamed it.
What was the name of the TV show though?
Police Squad.
Oh yes, that's right, dude.
From the files of Police Squad.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, I was gonna say no. There was something
like that.
Okay. No, yeah, that's what it was called. It was called From the Files, and it said Police Squad.
Yeah.
And it said it just like that, Police Squad. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a great that was a great TV series. Yeah. So anyway, what was it? Hey, what's up?
That's the cute grandma.
That's the cute grandma.
She's too young to be a grandma.
I agree.
Yeah.
He said you're too young to be a grandma. She says thank you in sign language.
Saw that. It's one of the few things I understand in sign language.
That's awesome.
That, and I know this is a turtle or something.
Yeah. Well, she's gone now, so I can't verify.
I know some sign language, but I'm not gonna.
So Stuart Copeland, eh?
It's not good. And anyway, so anyway, I reposted the thing. I said, this is what makes Stuart Copeland so awesome. I wish I could spend, a weekend in there and just watch observe everything. And so anyway, I tweeted it, I posted it on Facebook, and I did all the little sites. And this morning I woke up and Stuart Copeland had liked it and thanked me. And I was like,
on Facebook, I might have to actually go onto Facebook to look at that.
Oh, dude, I think it's just on the tweet. I'm not sure. I can't remember if it's on Facebook, but I was just, and so of course,
so cool.
I'm
Awesome.
I told my wife. I've been telling my kids. I told everybody at work. I've been calling random people. Just hey, Stuart Copeland thinks I'm cool. Just want you to know.
FYI.
Yep, me and Stuart Copeland, total strangers. And of course, people at work are like, who? I'm like, oh my God, it's the drummer of the Police. He's made soundtracks. He's directed the Seattle Symphonic Orchestra. Yeah. So anyway, only us get it. But anyway, so I've been very, very, very psyched up about that. And even the guy, that Mike Dolbear, he thanked me for reposting it and saying that it was cool. And then I've gotten a few other people that have been chiming in. So it's been quite the adventure.
Nice.
People have recognized that I recognize things, and so there you go. Anyway,
it's nice to be appreciated for appreciating things, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, that was my cool thing. Speaking of cool things, my lips are a little. Oh, well, there. Guess what? I just put chicken poop on my lips. It's free-range chicken poop lip junk, not made with real chicken poop, from Wichita, Kansas. So it's really good for your lips, and it smells like Fruity Pebbles, and I love it, and they should sponsor us. So there we go. All right. Now that's all out there.
This is
and Lamar's Donuts.
A little
Lamar's
something.
Donuts.
You mentioned Fruity Pebbles. Last night, my wife and I were trying to figure out what our favorite sugar cereal is. And I like Fruit Loops. That's one of my favorites. What's your favorite?
My personal one?
Yeah. No, I'm curious.
Okay. I have a split. There's Cap'n Crunch with Crunch Berries.
That was on my list.
Okay. There is also Fruity Pebbles. Okay. And I'm sure you're seeing a trend there. But then I also love Raisin Bran. Just Raisin Bran with a little bit of honey drizzled on it. It's amazing.
I mean, I like cornflakes. Just cornflakes.
Yeah. See? Yeah, so kind of similar.
I can dig it.
What do you got?
If we're talking something a little on the healthier side, Honey Bunches of Oats does it for me. But if we're talking like sugar, if we're talking sugar cereal, I just want to go straight for the I like Sugar Smacks, and I like the Reese's peanut butter or the Captain Crunch peanut butter.
No, okay.
Oh, so yeah.
So my sister likes Captain Crunch peanut butter from way back in the day. I never got into it, but someone's got to.
Yeah, I tried it, and I even tried the Reese's peanut butter cup thing because I love Reese's peanut butter cups. They're like the perfect candy. It was just no, I couldn't do it. Yeah. I had like 3 bites. I'm like, here you go, kids.
But Sugar Smacks, oh man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can eat me a bowl of Sugar Smacks.
Delicious. Delicious.
Have you ever? And then, of course, half an hour later, when you got to use the restroom, it changes. It changes the odor of your urine. So just for the record.
It's like eating asparagus, except way faster.
Well, you remember in Elf, they're like, it's this little. Remember when they're in the storybook thing in Elf, and they're like, I've got this story. It's a family of asparagus, but they're really self-conscious about the smell of their pee. All right.
Oh yeah,
and then you mentioned healthy also. You ever have just like puffed wheat or puffed rice? Just
yeah, I have
for some reason.
Sugar Smacks.
Well, Sugar Smacks without the sugar. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I have
just straight smack, baby.
Just pour a bowl of sugar and a little milk, and I'm good to go. That's all I need.
Yeah, that's that would be me. Sugar or smack or
excuse me.
Yeah. So yeah. And then also I had a cereal. Freakies. Remember Freakies? From back in the 70s.
What is it?
It was basically, I don't know if you're a Calvin and Hobbes fan, but the
sugar frosted chocolate bombs.
Chocolate bomb. It wasn't chocolate, but it was just sugar frosted sugar power bombs of sugar. And they had the coolest, and it was little freakies. There was little freaks on the outside, and you got all these figurines that would be the prize inside and stuff. But it was just, it was almost Captain Crunches, just plain old Captain Crunch, but way more sugar. And me and my
more sugar than Captain Crunch.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is pretty amazing.
Yeah, how I was not in diabetic comas when I was a smaller child, I'm really not quite sure, but it sure does explain a lot of my my misplaced youth. Let's just put it that way. So, the need for speed came from that, I'm pretty sure. So thanks, Mom, for wigging me out. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, you got to remember, remember the old school Quisp?
Oh, yeah.
The little space, space flying saucer thingies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Dude.
It was basically Captain. It was like plain Captain Crunch, except for it didn't shred the inside of the roof of your mouth.
Lame. If it ain't shredding, it ain't going in. I want to be in pain after I eat cereal.
Dude, and it's so true. I mean, you'd sit there and you'd be like, half a bowl into Captain Crunch, and you're like, oh my God, my roof, but it's so good. And I can't stop. And then you grab the box to finish off the little bit of milk that's left in the bowl. Just, my tongue is raw. I want
memories.
More. Yeah, yes, it's a good time. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So Brian's had a grandchild, and I got Stuart Copeland to like something that he probably was drunk and just accidentally hit like. But anyway, it's like being in church for me. So there we go. Matt now has his own segment, by the way. Don't you, Matt?
We'll see how long this lasts. And this is what matters.
Yes! Oh, such a great title. And I'm taking credit for it because
And
just
speaking of freakies and that kind of thing,
oh.
today what matters is something that's really freaky. Have either of you seen? I've got it up here on my other screen here. This. Oh man, it's an app called. Dun, dun, da, da, da. See if I can find the name of the app. It's Deep Nostalgia, where it animates photos. Have neither of you seen this?
No, can't say that I have.
Oh my Lord. Google, everyone out there right now, Google Deep Nostalgia. And what it does is the AI in this app, in the program, adds in, like, say, like my screen right now, this is a snapshot. And it would do this to my face.
Okay, so it's just deep nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
And there's a CNN article that has some pretty good examples of it. You play the little video, and it's creepy, and it's part of the AI that they're using to make what they're calling deep fakes. Like
man, I was at CES in 2019. And watched a big, huge, like a presentation on deep fakes.
Yeah,
dude, that is some freaky stuff.
Okay, well now I've kind of heard about this deep. I'm sorry, I was looking at this deep nostalgia. Oh, dude, yeah,
creepy, right? I mean, that is just wrong and creepy, but yet really cool at the same time. I mean. It's,
okay, well,
I'm over here looking at this, and it's just like, ah.
Okay, so all right, so explain the deep fakes. What is that about? Because I remember hearing something about that, and then I was like, something shiny flew in front of me, and I went the other direction. So
turn that video off.
Yeah, I know, dude. I had to turn mine off. I'm like, no, because that's starting to kind of really freak me out, and I'll just disappear. So deep fakes. Now this is like where like it's a manipulative move, correct?
Well, what they're doing is it's an animation technique. Like basically, you have a picture of someone, video footage of them, or whatever. I've seen them do it with Obama, and you have an actor that's doing movements and speaking, and it's taking those movements, translating it to the stored images that they have, and the voice, and making what an actor's doing make it look like a famous person is doing.
Okay, so all right,
so it takes. I think it might be the same company that's doing the deep nostalgia, which is kind of cool that, you can do it to your photos and like you bring photos to life, but it can be done.
Right. Okay. But no. Okay. So this is a.
So I might not even be me. I might be there might be some actor playing me right now, saying all this stuff and making me look stupid.
That's what I'm saying. And now
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I mean, and in reality, like I'm back there being held hostage going, no, don't listen to this guy. It's not real.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, but you know what I mean? And that the deep nostalgia, I really want to add it to my phone to.
I don't know. That's that. Well, yeah.
But on the other hand, I mean, so I told you I had something really, really, really weird and really important.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, that is truly. I was watching that thing like it was freaky. Like they were really alive. Like they took the statue of David and they were making him talk, and I mean it's obviously it's total CGI, but
right.
I mean, it was very very
But if
good.
you manipulate video image enough, you can't tell fake from real. I mean,
Well,
you give it enough action blur and
yeah,
but the
so
photos freak me out. I got it playing again over here, and I'm like, oh, don't look.
so the deep fake thing could be used as a total news manipulation maneuver.
I think our world's about to get really weird.
Yeah, dude, that's
I mean,
really.
it gets stranger by the minute, man.
I mean, it's been hard to trust what we see and hear right now as it is, and now we've got this full-on thing going on. I mean, which we, to a point, knew that this computer graphic imaging is out there. I mean, they're already doing it in movies. I mean, you see it in a lot of the Marvel movies, the younger versions of these actors, or putting
Tony Stark when he was a kid. I mean,
right, and then putting in actors that have passed away.
Yeah,
and yeah, they're putting their face over another actor that's playing that role.
Right. I mean,
so
like the freakiest thing was in the Captain America movie when they have the scrawny Captain America before he becomes Captain America. And I'm looking at him like we're watching this, and I'm like, what's wrong here? Like, I can't quite put my finger on it. And my wife's like, oh, it's CGI. It's manipulated to look like, Chris
like the normal actor.
Whoever, is that Chris Hemsworth or whatever?
Chris Evans.
Oh, Chris Evans, sure.
Evans, yeah.
Hemsworth is Thor, right?
Right, Hemsworth is Thor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I should know. I just binge watched them all. They just, and I recommend that, by the way. It was really cool. Excuse me. But they're doing it, and and it'll get better. It'll get better. It'll be to the point where you're watching and not be able to have that something's off feeling. You'll never know.
Okay, so now, I mean, you really got to think about it. How I mean, just look at the most recent political, that whole storming on the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a for instance, I'm not saying that this actually happened.
Right.
Very well have could have. They just have a bunch of actors out there and they CGI all this stuff and make it seem like what it is. I mean, the implications on a lot of this are just mind blowing. Seriously.
Close that tab. I can't even look at it. Sorry. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could use a lot of it for good as well, but right now I'm only thinking of total evil implications.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about humans is that you can come out with something that is going to save mankind. Nuclear power. I mean, unlimited power from such a small resource.
Right.
And I love nuclear power in theory.
Right. Oh yeah.
But we're humans. Mankind will take anything and turn it into a weapon.
Yeah.
Anything. I mean,
well, yeah, look at the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not designed. The whole theory of it was never designed to be used or weaponized. It was meant to provide power.
It's a power source, and it's a wonderful power source, and it's probably the power source that's going to make us truly an interplanetary species, intergalactic species. I mean, but people cannot be trusted.
No. Well,
I mean, and the hard part is that they can use that technology to essentially fake us out, so to speak, and make us say. I mean, you could have somebody completely fake out the current president or somebody else and say, hey, get in the bunkers, man. The bombs are dropping, or whatever the
Right.
case may be.
The implications are just. I mean, like I said, man, it's weird, freaky, and super important. And I think the only way you can.
Well, and this,
you need multiple news sources, like I believe you always should. I mean, never trust one or two. I mean, you got to have a lot of point of views and make up your own mind about what's really going on now. And it's just, I'm afraid that most people, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but aren't bright enough.
Yeah. Well,
it's just the sad reality. I mean, you think of the average human intelligence is. Means there's a lot of dumb people.
Yeah, because we, and a lot of it, hey, I'm as guilty as anybody. I've given up on watching the news because I feel I really can't trust many of its sources. I mean, I try and dig into stuff and what I can, especially when I hear something that either concerns me or interests me. And then, I'll take the time and start researching, and I will research different avenues. I won't just stick with one mainstream thing. I'm going to look at, several different, I'm going to fact check my fact checking by fact checking my facts of the facts that I checked.
But you're aware of the fact that the fact of the facts. I mean,
so, and this is all going back to like the whole brain chip thing, the Elon Musk brain chip thing.
Oh God!
This was several episodes ago, but the implications are awesome and amazing, and God, this would be great, but there's also the purely evil implications of controlling the person that has the brain chip in their head. I mean, yes, it will trigger the antibodies and stuff like that to.
So this is what I'm doing. Not really peeing.
I know. I'm pretty sure it's well evident that I have the maturity of a 15-year-old. So when I hear that, I just, I can't.
I was trying to get it away from the microphone, but I honestly don't know where the microphone on this thing is. So it's probably putting it closer to it. So that's all you can hear.
It just gets louder and louder.
So Elon Musk and
the
brain implications.
And it's in the corner.
Like I said, man, we are entering a new era of mankind at this point, and it's I mean, I still have hope
Brian's
that
grandchild is going to inherit all this,
right? And I hope for your grandchild that the visions of these utopian societies where, like, you watch like the City of the Future and that kind of thing, where it's all lovely and green and clean, and there's plenty of food and housing because we've learned to build up rather than out, and hydroponics and all this stuff. But man will weaponize it.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, man. I still think that things like Hunger Games and the Maze Runner and Logan's Run and all those kinds of things are our future more than Tomorrowland is.
Right. And
Lord, yeah.
I mean, I can always hope that humanity isn't like that, but because I fear the reality, that's one of the many reasons why I never wanted children. I mean, I'm not saying that, I'm not judging anyone for having children, honestly.
Too late to do that anyway.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean? Some people might think that everyone has their reasons for doing whatever they do. And I don't want children because my personal belief is I don't want to subject anyone to the future that I'm fairly certain is going to happen. Yeah, but other people that have children, for those people, I really do hope that I'm wrong. I mean, absolutely hope I'm wrong.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I know, you know, we have different faiths and stuff like that, but I'm. It's so funny because I actually was talking with my pastor about this, and he had brought up something in one of his sermons about how all these people who are swear up and down they're Christians and their faith is in God and stuff like that, but then they're running around with gloves on, a mask, a shield, a helmet. They've got a clean suit on basically and cleaning everything. And he's like, so where's your faith? What happened to your faith? You really think God's going to infect you or let you get infected? And now,
I think that's a little extreme. I mean, I think I'd agree with the extremism that the point he's trying to make. But
and that's
at the
what
same time, I mean,
just making it extreme because he's there's
I mean,
so many
where's
people out
do you have
there
faith that God's not going to give you cancer?
Right, and that's the thing. It's
my dad died of cancer. The last time he smoked was when he was like 4 years old.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, well, they tried smoking once and didn't like it, but I mean, people associate cigarettes with cancer is all I'm saying.
Right.
But he ended up with cancer and passing away from cancer, and he was a devout Christian.
Right.
And he absolutely had faith that God would take care of him.
Yeah. And probably is right now.
I think, and I guess, maybe we don't want to get too deep into the whole religious aspect, but, one of the things that I think a lot of people forget, especially those, and not Matt, I'm not trying to corner you or make you feel bad for not having faith, but I think people who don't have, even I think there's a lot of Christians as well that don't understand the purpose of our life here isn't perfection, is not that we would be free from all things. I personally believe that God created the earth. He created it with the circumstances that we have to create the challenges, to have us try to overcome. I think that we're being tested in the way we treat each other, the way we treat our what we live in, our environment, and being good stewards of the resources that we have and sharing them appropriately and everything like that. And I think that ultimately we will be judged on those kinds of things, as well as I believe that just naturally, it just like any other experiment that happens, there are anomalies that create, chain reactions that turn into, our own illnesses or otherwise, even if they have nothing to do with us. I mean, all the genetic code that creates, like your father, he ends up with a lung cancer and never smoked, and there's other people who, like my grandfather, I mean, he got emphysema and he was a smoker and a welder and lived till in his 80s, and it's just, but I think that ultimately we have to look at this whole earth life, whatever kind of thing, and realize that we're all subject to effects from outside elements, internal elements, our own decisions, our own genetic makeup. Somebody's born, with receding hairline, like it looks like all three of us. Yeah. And other people are, have their hair color and full hair till they're, on their deathbed in their 90s, and acting. Right. But acting as though, not really acting as though, but the general belief that God should be the benevolent genie who saves us all from, both ourselves and the natural consequences of nature is kind of an erroneous way to look at God. And I think ultimately, if you get that, having faith is a little easier because he's one of those people. He doesn't force us. If we ask for his help, sometimes the help is just getting through hard times as opposed to triumphing over them and they've been just removed and all of a sudden, you walk through this door and all the mayhem is gone. I mean, I think God is a way of giving us strength in the adversity as opposed to avoiding it, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, and I just want to say, I mean, I'm not religious, but I am. Yeah. I do believe that there is there's a force greater than us that we are a part of, however you might want to interpret it.
Right.
And it really gets down into like details of different religions and stuff, how people look at it. But I just want to say that I do believe that God, in the Bible, it says, God helps those who help themselves.
Exactly.
You can't have this blind faith that God's not going to make me sick because I truly believe.
Right.
God is going, there's antibacterial soap, dude, use it. There's masks, wear them. I'm giving you the knowledge and the tools to survive. You can't it's like the story of the guy with the flood, and the flood water's rising, and he's on the roof, and someone comes by with the ladder going, hey man, you're stuck up there. Like, he's like, oh no, God's going to save me. And then it keeps getting higher, and someone comes by in a raft going, hey, do you need to? No, God's going to save me. And then a helicopter finally comes by because it's like lapping at his feet. Oh no, God's going to save me. He ends up drowning, and he's in heaven. And God's like, dude, I sent a guy with a ladder. I sent a dude with a boat and a dude with a helicopter. Now you're dead and you're a dumb idiot. Yes, you're in heaven, but everyone's going to laugh at you. Oh, that's the guy that wasn't smart enough to get down off the roof with a ladder the first time. So, I mean, I understand where your pastor's coming from. I just want to, there's a reason why we have knowledge. Yes. And I don't think that it's anti-Christian to use the knowledge that you intake to help you.
You mean the knowledge
out.
that God gave us? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that's, I mean, I don't want you, Brian, thinking that I'm an atheist at all.
No,
which I'm not.
I didn't mean to say that. I mean, I know that you just don't profess a specific religious affiliation. So, I mean, in the time that I've gotten to know you, I definitely, I know that you're a deep thinking, thoughtful guy. And so I knew that, but I also didn't want you to feel like I was trying to single you out.
Oh, no. And I but I just want to let you know that, like, you could change that. The universe said, holy cow, I sent a dude with a ladder. I had it all aligned. And, and like I said, it all comes down to the details and how you view what makes up your spiritual thoughts.
And,
but
don't get me wrong. Like, my pastor was using this as a for instance. But the thing is, a lot of these people just were giving up, and like I said, there was so many people that were just sealing them. And it's like, okay, now listen, you're going a bit extreme here, and God is going to give us guidance, and yes, the technology, the knowledge to do the right thing and take care of ourselves. That's, again, it's what's out there. And because this is something that was, and I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but I guarantee you that this thing was man-made. It was man-made over in China, and it was man-made by our governments in collaboration to cause a problem to help control us. And there I said it. So...
And I think that's a little
cuckoo. Yeah.
But at the same time, I can't fully disagree with you.
That's
yeah, because I mean, and even if it was a naturally occurring, coronavirus, which I mean is more than possible.
I'm not saying that didn't naturally evolve. I'm just saying man-made wise, they upped the game.
Yeah.
Okay. And so they took what was there and they said, well, we're going to tweak this and make it our own thing. And then we're going to distribute it. Okay.
So I think it's more the distribution than the tweaking of it. It's a virus. It's going to mutate. They mutate awfully quick.
Right.
Just it's going to do what it's going to do.
Right.
Just let it loose on the world. And
that's why every year they want you to get a new flu shot. It's like, well, why am I getting a new flu shot? Well, because, this one's different. Well, oh, really? And now all of a sudden they're talking about, oh, well, there's so many variants of the coronavirus. No kidding. No kidding. There's variants of many different diseases. You know, that's why, like, I tested positive.
I'm trying to figure out which way Oregon is, which way I need to point. But I'm just going to point that way because that's the way it is to me. Oregon has its own new variation.
Yeah. Why not? So does the UK.
That's what it's going to do. That's what it does.
Yeah. There will be the Spanish version. There will be the Ethiopian. There will be the Lithuanian. Everybody's going to end up with some weird different variant. It's going to happen. Is this shot that they're giving us going to control it? Maybe. I really don't think so.
Maybe one of the variants, possibly.
I've gone without flu shots for years. I've had the flu maybe twice. I mean, I've had, like a light version of it, but I've only had it bad twice. And that's in my 55 years on this spinning mud ball. So
I had a gnarly one once.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I've had it bad a couple times. I
used to not get the shot when I worked at the restaurant so that I could have time off.
Oh man!
I mean, and like the owner would be like, "Hey, I'm going to go get a flu shot. Do you want in on this?" Like, nope. I need a little vacation this winter.
Yep.
And the only way I can guarantee it without feeling guilty is to be sick.
Yep. Oh, hey, here, perfect song for the mood. Murder by Numbers by the Police. Best band in the freaking world. With the best drummer in the world, Stuart Copeland, by the way. Just saying. All right. Sorry.
Have you seen what is it called? The movie Does Everyone Stare?
No, what is it?
It's
oh, I heard.
I wish I have it somewhere back there. But it's Stuart Copeland filmed like different concerts and stuff. It's all from the drummer.
It's all his film footage from their tours.
Yeah.
Because remember, he would always walk around with his little camera and he'd be filming everybody and everything.
Yeah.
It's all. I remember hearing about that, but that was several years ago. Is it out? Can you stream it somewhere?
I have it on DVD.
Oh gosh,
that's cool.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look it up, find it, and buy it. All of it. I've got the one. What's the one that we used to watch back in high school, Brian? I got it on DVD. Anyway.
Good question. I'm not sure that I'm like totally following you on the what you're talking about in terms of like what item or whatever you want to call it.
It's a police documentary about their, it goes up into almost Ghost in the Machine of them touring.
Yeah. My brain is just so like I can't think of some of those like names and details. It's the
no, it's not Everyone Stares.
No, that's the one that I'm talking about is the name of it.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna find it because I've got it in my room. I could go run and dig it out real quick, but it's funner to Google, so I'm gonna Google.
It really is. I love Googling.
Google. Yeah. So
the Goog. Prime. That's right. Might be on Prime.
Okay.
Add to watch list.
Wait, I've got to put documentaries. If I put documentaries police, I'm gonna
watch us Google things live.
Right. The band, the Police. Can't Stand Losing You.
Oh, wow. It's 15 years old now.
Inside Out, Everyone Stares. No, that's not it. What is it? Oh. Okay, I'm going to have to go to my room and get it. So, because now it's driving me crazy. Why can't I remember the damn...
Have you ever seen the movie Murder by Numbers?
What?
Yeah, it's
I know, right?
Sandra Bullock and that one kid who does a great job being super creepy. He's not really a kid anymore.
Okay, it was me. All right,
It
sorry.
was filmed around here, Morro Bay, downtown San Luis Obispo.
Really?
Interesting, man. There's a
yeah, pretty cool. We happened to watch it when I was living in the city just before I moved back here, and just it's a murder mystery. Sandra Bullock, I believe, and go check it out. And you're watching, and you're like, oh, I know this place.
Huh.
I think they filmed that on Montana de Oro a little bit, and
Really?
yeah, and it's a good movie.
Wow. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a little, yeah.
coolness.
So brain chips, huh? All right.
Yeah, far out.
Those will. Okay. I'll be right back.
All right.
It's driving me nuts. It's a very.
If I can spell documentaries, let's see. That's close enough, right? So, Brian, what have you been up to? What do you have any sweet buses for sale yet? I was checking them out on Instagram.
I don't have any
nice
for sale
stuff.
because right now I've just been doing the whole restoration thing. But yikes, man! I've gotten so busy in the past like 2 weeks that I've got. I may have to put a hold on everything because I've got so many backed up. My poor little, poor guys that are doing all the restoration work. They're going to be backed up, and so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a really good thing. I mean, that means there's work and work to be had and work to be done, and it's always nice to have a waiting list of stuff. So
yeah,
it's awesome.
It's the police around the world.
Police around the world.
Yep, 1980 to 1981, and that was this is like my favorite documentary. But now I'm going to check all these other ones out that I just discovered. And I mean, how many of us are Star Trek fans, by the way?
I am to some degree.
Okay,
I mean, it depends. Or the early first, TOS, yes. The other ones, hit and miss, I guess.
I like the Next Generation was new when I was a teenager. And so that's the one that I really like. Teens into early 20s. That's the one I really like.
Well, what did you think of the movie remake? The one with Chris Pine, where they actually recreated all the characters with new actors.
Whoa! I'm not even sure I saw that one. I mean, which?
We watched it. I think my wife enjoyed it.
I thought they did a great job.
That was okay. I mean,
when did it come out?
That's you're gonna make me go to
years ago.
The Goog. I got to go to the Goog now.
It was a while ago, man.
What was the storyline? That may help me, because I've watched. I think I've watched all the movies. At some point, but I'm just one of those kind of people. Just
it's
whatever.
Captain Kirk actually getting his first first command, and the Enterprise is a brand new ship.
Yes,
I mean it's
I saw that one. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah. And I thought they did a great job recreating the characters. Well, this was, I have found out, a total limited edition. It came through Walmart only. And it's the actual spaceship. Like, you got to put it together. It was in this box. And it's also the DVD, Blu-ray, digital copy holder.
Nice.
And I had no idea because I was bragging to somebody about it. I'm like, yeah, didn't you get that? And they're like, no, I never even saw it. I've been hunting for it. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, dude, do you have any idea how rare that is? I'm like,
That's
not
so
really.
cool.
And so, yeah, I just happened to see this when I was looking for my police thing. So anyway, and yeah, so there we go. Anyway, I'll just put that over here now, so I won't play with it while we're on the air. Yeah. So, but yeah,
Is that what you went away to find?
no, I went
Oh
away
no! Oh, that's right, the police thing, and then
to find out what the name of the stupid documentary was, and it's called Around the World. So there we go. And anyway, so not as cool as the Sacred Grove. You got it. You really, I mean, if you ever get some time, just check out some of those Sacred Grove videos of Stuart Copeland's studio and some of the people in there jamming. Like he did Walking on the Moon. Him and just some other guys, some musicians that he has. And there's a guy behind him with some percussion instruments. He's on the drums. Guys playing bass, and it's like this old funky bass that he got from the first jazz band that he was really big in, Curved Air, back in the day. And then there's a guitar that he's playing on. That's anyway. It's just so super cool, and the version of Walking on the Moon that they do is just mind blowing.
I'll have to check that out because I really love Walking on the Moon, and I love the whole drumsticks on the rim, style or sound that he created, and it's really cool.
Yeah,
really.
That's my favorite album too. I mean, I think that's when they were like,
Regatta
at their peak.
Just, I mean, Synchronicity is a great album too, but Regatta de Blanc is just.
It's one of their epitomes. I mean,
it's the Police. I mean, from beginning to end. I mean, fantastic record.
It's definitely something that really truly defined them for sure. His version of it, it's very similar, but it's so much more, and it's so much more Stewart's version of it. It's incredible, and it's yeah. I know. I've got kind of a man crush on Stuart. What can I say? What am I going to do? I'm a freak. That's all right. I get it. And this deep fake, deep nostalgia thing, Matt, you've totally given me creepy, scrawly skin. That's scrawly, creepy, crawly.
Creepy, scrawly.
Yeah. I'm
Super
really
scrolls.
creeped out about the whole thing.
It's super. I mean, when you're like, oh, find a news article or something, and I'm looking on news on my phone. I'm like, I remember I just saw something a couple days ago about something super creepy, and it was real. It wasn't a fake news article or nothing. That's the best part.
Oh, it's very, I mean, hey, and it's, like I said, the implications of this is, I mean, yeah, you can see some very cool stuff being done with it. Obviously we do in a lot of movies, but now it's really put the implication in there of like, wow, how far have they taken this? Because I mean, there's somebody doing evil with it somewhere. Because
it makes you start to think about. So I just watched one of the Mars Explorer things land on the moon. Is that real, or did NASA just fake us out?
Did we actually land on the moon?
Oh man, that's a weird rabbit hole to go down because it's got a little bit of possibilities both ways.
Directed by Stanley Kubrick.
Yep.
Have you ever watched? There's a documentary about all the hidden stuff in The Shining.
Yeah, weird.
That he's trying to let people know that the moon landing was fake through imagery and everything.
What?
Because his version of The Shining goes off the rails. I mean, it's not the book. Like he did his own.
And that was that was the one. Stephen King hated the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And when they redid they did the miniseries in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that's the one that Stephen King's like, now that's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, it was actually, I caught a few episodes. It was very intriguing. I liked it. But okay, I want to go back to Stanley Kubrick.
I'll find it. Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick. Good Lord, I can't talk. Stanley Kubrick directed The Shining, the remake, correct?
Of what?
Of The Shining?
No, he made the original Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
he remade The Shining. Yeah.
And people believe that he is the director that they chose to film the fake moon landings.
Okay.
So in The Shining, he's got a lot of imagery trying to tell people that the moon landings were fake.
Oh, well, now I'm going to have to find that movie and watch it just to see these parts. That is...
somebody's probably already made a YouTube video about it. You know what I mean? Like you can just cut to the chase and just watch the guys that have pulled the clips up. You see this part,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Room. It's called Room 237, and it's really good. I mean, it's so good that you're like, oh, I totally believe it. Yeah, Stanley Kubrick totally.
Well, have you seen? Have you guys seen Ready Player One?
No, it's supposed to be great.
Oh, it's super fun. I mean, it's all about the nostalgia from our era. It's just it's so fun. But anyway, you should see it for sure.
I remember hearing about it. What was that about?
So it's basically kind of a futuristic time where the world's kind of in a sucky phase. Corporations own things, and if you don't pay your credits, they put you in this. It's sort of like the future is controlled by essentially what's the Bitcoin thing? What do they call it? Blockchain type thing, where people have to kind of go into this virtual world this guy created, and that's where everybody goes to school now, and because everybody's living in these terrible things. So everybody makes these avatars that go in and do all their things, but it's also like a big time avatar thing. Anyway, so the guy who created this thing creates this virtual race to win his company, which is this multi-billion-dollar crazy company. And so everybody in the world is basically playing it. But of course, the evil corporate overlords have all their employees playing the game as well. And you're supposed to find these little Easter eggs and all these clues. And one of the clues involves the hotel in The Shining, because that was one of the creator movie guy's favorite movies. And so the one of the clues is a creator who hates his own creation. And that was, essentially the movie The Shining.
So now I'm going to have to.
You should really go. You really should go watch it, because it's fun. Because it plays in all like the old school video games that you ever saw. All that kind of stuff. I mean, it just plays on all the little things. So.
Yeah, I am. I gotta.
You're intrigued, huh?
Oh, dude, I am very into that. I mean, so it's like, does it reference Tron, which was like one of my favorite video games ever?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it references Tron, dude. It references adventure Atari games. I can't remember what is it. Is it Adventure that had the very first Easter egg in the game?
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I don't either. I just, Anyway, so there's just a whole bunch of really cool nostalgia. The guy's like a total geek for Buckaroo Banzai, and so there's a nod to that. I mean, I'm telling you, it's just one of those, grab the popcorn and just have a fun time, because it's just a fun movie,
Right on. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. And by the way, just speaking of Tron, not the movie to really get into a psychedelic frame of mind and start really thinking about how we can become part of a computer, because you will get lost on that for quite some time. Just
Well,
saying.
isn't that where Elon Musk is? Aren't we all just part of a simulation? Isn't it? I mean,
and our brain chips are our discs. We put them on our chest. And
what's crazy is probably like 20 years ago or so, I worked with a couple of guys, and one of them was a film major, and we would just sit around and come up with like movie plots for him, like for his classes. Like, oh, well, what about this or that? And us living in a simulation, which is a total ripoff of the Matrix, but even weirder is totally what we came up with for one of his little writing projects. And then I find out later that Elon Musk totally
ripped it off.
Possibly believes that we're just a computer simulation.
Oh,
that none of this is real,
right?
And not even Matrixy style, but like we're not hooked up to machines that are sucking out our life force or whatever they're doing. I don't really understand the Matrix.
That's ridiculous.
Fully,
no offense, but that's ridiculous.
Oh, no offense. I don't.
It's like saying that we're the atom inside of a brontosaurus. You know, I mean, dude,
it's cool to think about, but come on, man.
But yeah, there's. I mean, yeah, I've been really high too. I know. I'm just saying.
Right.
Yeah. But hey, it's cool to take a few bong hits and start thinking about those kinds of things. So there you go.
Which is where we came up with it.
Medical marijuana, right on. Grab some nachos, a pizza, chocolate shake, ice cream, and some Kit Kats, and start thinking about the future.
It's like, what's your medical problem? Well, I can't think of really weird stuff.
Oh well,
and it bothers me.
It was this kind indica skunk from Humboldt County. Just take it very small amounts at a time. Okay.
You'll think you're a gnome in your front yard, dude. It's all good. What if we're just all gnomes, man?
Yeah, dude. Anyway. What if we are all puppets? Oh, dude, I was going with it.
See, and now I looked up Ready Player One, and it's a Spielberg movie.
Oh, well, hey, Spielberg went to our high school. Just saying.
And Spielberg did the movie AI, which was originally a Kubrick film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's something you don't hear every day. I'm just going to say that there for you.
I mean,
so
who keeps binging? Is that me?
That's me.
That's okay. Mine. I'm telling you, I have tried to turn my. I need to just turn my whole phone to silent.
As long as it's not me and I'm not missing anything being away.
Oh, I'm missing stuff.
So I got 4 things open right now, and I'm like, any one of them could be making noise at me. I don't know.
Well, listen, my
wife could be dying in the other room. Yeah, wait till we're done, honey.
I didn't check my messages here.
The show must go on.
It's like God. What is that in Monty Python where they're reading the writing on the wall of the cave where the buddy is in it, and he goes, "Arr!" What does that mean? I think he just wrote it as he was dying. Arr! Classic. Anyway, yeah, so I choked out on that. And so in lieu of our families and the world going beyond us, let's just say everybody wants to rule the world, and we'll do it with Bitcoin and brain chips and deep nostalgic fakes.
Why did you choose that song? Because I'm looking over here on this computer that has Wikipedia page open to Ready Player One, and the very first line up at the top, it's got the soundtrack.
Yeah,
Song
good
number
soundtrack,
2,
too.
which is Everybody Wants to Rule the World. And then I look over and I see that. I was going to go find it on my iPod and play it.
Okay.
And then,
dude,
and then
seriously,
so this is a computer simulation, and we're all, no, I'm done.
Yeah, no, it just got really freaking. No, I was just kind of
got weird.
I pulled up one of my mixes that I have, and I was just kind of scrolling through and looking at songs. I'm like, oh, this one's good, because kind of fits the theme in a way. And not really, but it's a cool song. So,
well, I saw it on this list, and I wanted to pull it up because I want that ready to go when I go somewhere next in our car, because I just figured out how to integrate my iPod to the car stereo so that and really excited.
I changed it.
Oh.
So.
It's still freaky, man.
Success. Yeah, I know.
Still freaky.
No, we don't want that one either. Jumpin' Jack Flash. No, don't like it. Here we go. The Police. There we go. Bed's too big without you.
Always the
Has
Police.
nothing to do with anything except for the fact that it's the Police. So
I don't have any Police on my iPod.
Matthew? Wow. I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
I have all their records.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Here, can I show you something really cool and maybe we'll be friends again? You showed off your cool thing.
Yeah. Oh, you've got vinyl. I hate you.
I've got a little bit left, but I never had a huge collection as a kid, and but I still have some of my favorites. Like the split ends laser etched. I've still got that one. I love that one. I don't know why. It's just so cool.
I have it unlaser etched, but when it came out, my stepbrother, my older stepbrother, bought it, and I remember just looking at that thing, going, nothing was cooler than that, man. That laser etching, and it's a great album.
Yes,
yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's like the I Got You and all the other Shark Attack and I See Red and Anyway.
Oh yeah, dude. I actually 99 cents in a Walmart bin. I saw Split End's Greatest Hits. Oh yeah, you suck, Matt. I mean, I love you. Will that to me. Oh, now you're gonna really okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Double 10
Has it ever,
man?
Nice.
And it sounds so good.
Yeah.
Just to rev it in a little bit. Yeah, if I ever died, you can have these.
Okay.
Just
cool.
this.
Just that. Yeah, just that album.
Nothing else, but. And what's crazy.
And it's recorded now.
I paid $18 for this back in like 1989.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Nice.
And it is.
Hey, Matt, guess what I got?
From Reckless Records in San Francisco.
I got that. Yeah.
I'll just watch it on YouTube.
So the all the record stores, man. What were some of the record stores I used to go to up in San Francisco? I can't remember, but man, we used to go combing through so many of them.
Dude.
There was Amoeba. It was a great one.
Yeah, I've been to Amoeba, but there was one up on Haight.
Berkeley.
There was Rasputin's in Berkeley. Definitely.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
In the city, I when I lived there, I ended up buying a bunch of stuff from Streetlight.
Streetlight.
Yeah, it was a great little record shop. There, a couple.
They were like a small little chain, weren't they?
Yeah, there's a handful of them up there in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of Amoebas. Yeah, the one up on Haight. Got some good stuff there, here and there.
No, that's awesome.
I remember. I think I bought.
I used to get so lost in record stores, man. Just flipping through and I mean, still to this day, like I go and I'll There's a place out here in Kansas City, and for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it. But it's like one of the few used CD places that you can go in, and people sell their used CDs and stuff. And I will sit in there for hours. I literally pull out like 2 stacks, 2 feet tall, and I'll have them sitting there. And then I like go through the process. I'm like, well, I can't afford all these. So then I'll whittle it down to like half of the stack, and then that's half. And yeah. And and then I still go, crap. Well, what will you take for all these? And the guy's like, seriously, man? So, but he's already closed and he's been waiting for me. And he's like, I could have been home like 2 hours ago.
Dude,
I know. Sorry.
$200. Now get out of my store.
Just here, take them. Go away.
I've learned that when I go into a record store, I have to be looking for something specific. Otherwise, my poor wife, just like, oh my God, Are you done? No. Flip through every single one.
Yep. And if I do that, I have learned I have to be on my own or with like one of my friends like you guys that will be doing the same thing I'm doing. So
eventually let's take a lunch break and we'll come back.
Yeah. So and appropriately the song Pain by Jimmy Eat World just came on. So there we go. Let's just wrap on that. So we'll put everybody else out of their pain and misery. And hey guys, man, glad to have you both back on here. Again, Brian, congratulations so much.
Yeah.
You and Amy, that's so awesome. I seriously, I mean, who doesn't love new baby smell? Really, new baby smell is seriously, it is so awesome. You're just like, so cool. Here you go.
Nah, kids are awesome.
Just seeing stuff through kids' eyes is a whole great new world. So Brian, go be grandpa. And I don't know if you're available Thursday. I would love to have you back on here. Joe should be on Thursday. He's going to be talking some of his money things. And hopefully Donnie Champion from the Dead Campers. He should. Donnie has reverted back to his old high school ways of going, I'll let you know, and then never answers his phone or calls you back. So just saying, Donnie, I love you, but good God, dude, just come on. Let's get you on the show. Let's pump out your album. Let's pump out the shows. Let's see what you got. You know what I'm saying?
You know what would be a cool show? Would be him on there with the music playing and doing like a commentary.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted to do.
On this, we used a 6-string bass that is, one of the frets is really, really worn down. So you hear a slight buzzing every once in a while. It's fantastic.
I want him to explain his thoughts on the songs he's picked and, his upcoming shows. And I mean, seriously, I love, it's one of those albums I can listen to over and over again. It's great. I'm a freak. What can I say? So anyway, Brian, you think you might be able to make it Thursday?
As far as I can tell, I don't see why not.
Okay, cool.
From a today standpoint.
Yeah, right. As far as we know right now, I should be available. And then
they don't have a Wikipedia page yet.
Who, the Dead Campers?
Yeah.
No, but they are on Spotify and YouTube. So, just saying, you want to check them out? That's the way to do it. But yes, so Thursday, hopefully we'll have Donnie, we'll have Josie for sure. He was actually going to be on today, but just was not able to pull it out. He's doing his financing things, and I guess today's one of his busy financing, playing the stock market thing. And by the way, the 2 little penny stocks that he gave me, even though I only vested just a little bit of money, they're going up.
Nice.
Yeah, he's like, you're kicking yourself now. You didn't put more money in. I'm like, shut up. I gave you what I had.
I really need to I need to grab this laptop. I need to take it out in the living room with me. I need to set up an E-Trade account and
Yeah, because it takes a few days.
Do does it?
Yeah, it takes a few days for it to get all set up and hooked up to your.
And verified and everything, and
yeah,
that's cool. I mean,
but yeah. So anyway, Thursday we're gonna have Joe. Hopefully, Donnie Champion from this band right here, the Dead Campers, as you can hear, our lovely theme music. Anyway, yeah. In fact, he gave me full rights. He sent it over to me on an MP3. He's like, "You want that as your theme music? That's it, bro. Take it."
that's
And I was
awesome.
like, "Right on." So anyway, Brian, we will see you Thursday, my man. And as far as we know, so go enjoy your grandbaby, and we will talk to you again then. What?
I actually have another question for Brian.
Oh,
what's your grandpa name?
Oh,
Don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know. I may have my grandkids start calling me Vovô, which is the Brazilian, because I kind of like that.
Oh.
Opa is German, and that's another one of the languages I speak. So one of those, or I just may make something up like scatterbrain, brain dead guy, whatever.
Right.
I go with crazy old man.
Because my mother-in-law with her two grandbabies, she's Amma, and I forget what language that is, but I think it's Greek.
Yeah,
possibly. But yeah, so I was just curious.
It sounds Greek, but everything sounds Greek to me that I don't know. So, oh, I pulled that right out of my butt. So that was awesome. All right, guys. Well, Brian, thank you so much. We will see you hopefully Thursday, and we shall say sayonara, sir.
Sayonara.
Or adios, amigos.
Or adios. And Matthew, I know Thursdays are rough for you, but if you can, please let us know if you can make it, my man.
This new time, I might be able to.
Beautiful. Yes, that's right.
Be able to pop in and say, hey,
now.
What's up?
4 o'clock.
2 o'clock Pacific.
2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern time.
And 3 o'clock Central.
And 3 o'clock? No, Mountain.
Oh, Mountain, just Mountain.
I'm Central. He's...
I don't know my time zone so good.
Time zone good, not. Well.
Me no good, no time zone.
Yeah. But anyway, all right, Matt. Well, hopefully we will see you on Thursday, my friend.
Cool. And don't forget to watch Room 237 so you can learn all about how all the clues are there on how we faked the moon landings in Stanley Kubrick.
Yes.
Directed both, but not the documentary.
Yeah.
The Shining.
I gotta, if I can find the time, I'm gonna do it. So
I think I might rewatch it personally. So all right.
So all right, my man. We will talk to you soon. Thank you so much again. Peace out. And for all of you watching at home, again, we are on at 4 now. 4 Central Time, 5 Eastern Time, 3 Mountain Time, and 2 Pacific Time. So we're covering the whole gambit. I'll again, thank you to the Dead Campers. Thank you to Free Range Chicken Poop. Not made with real poop. Out of Wichita, Kansas. It's great for your lips. Smells like Fruity Pebbles, and doesn't taste like it because I'm a 15-year-old moron, and I tried to eat some just to see what it tasted like. It tastes like wax, really, and not like good wax. It tastes like really yucky wax. So, anyway, non-toxic. Yeah, whatever. And we want to say thank you. Oh, hey, go Fort Osage high school wrestlers. You guys are going to state. Go kick some butt. We want to know the results and let us know what's happening. Fort Osage High School Wrestling Indians, I think is, yeah, Indians. All right, so go get them, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure you tune in Thursday and give us some chat. Give us some feedback. The email is therandomchristianshow@gmail.com. If you've got likes, like us, subscribe, follow us, do whatever you got to do. Just keep up with us because we're trying to keep up with things. And make sure you take care of yourself and take care of each other. We're all we got, kids. So let's take care of each other and help each other out. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you Thursday.